The next project I'm going to go over with you guys is what we call our control system. For the last year, we've been developing and working on different ways to improve the overall performance of all of our footwear within the line, whether it's price point or high end. And at some level within the collection, you're going to see different stages of control. We actually have 3 different stages that are compiled up of 3 different components at different levels and tiers within the overall collection. The main focus that we wanted to put on was to have improved fit, comfort, impact resistant, and overall performance within the line. So we've introduced T3 technology, RX insole, and OG Cush. I'm going to go through each of those and kind of explain what each is and what they do, and we're going to start off with T3 technology. T3 technology is actually made up of a 5mm memory foam component, and what we do is we actually do a die cut that we do as an inlay within the vamp and toe cap area, which actually when you put your foot into the shoe, it actually helps kind of form to your toes, which actually gives you a much more snugger fit, to the point where it's not snug to say like, oh, it's uncomfortable, but snug is that you feel that your foot is now becoming one with the shoe, so you don't have as much up and down or left and right within the shoe, so you got a much better fit and bond. Also, the whole purpose of this as well to improve fit was against impact resistance. As you know, with any sport that you have out there, if you run out of something or you land really hard, you kind of have that forward motion that comes with it, and the energy moves and propels forward, and you kind of pack out. So by having this foam actually sculpted around the whole toe cap and vamp area, it gives you a little bit of that bumper impact resistance that you would need just to help prevent what we like to call toe jam, where you bruise and damage your toes, and all of us have probably experienced at one time or another a toenail flying off. So by adding T3 to our shoes, it helps prevent against those unwanted bruised toes and the discomfort that you get from high impacts and everything. So the first thing that we discussed was T3. The next project that we're going to discuss is our RX insole. So moving into the entire line, pretty much every single shoe within our collection has this insole. Doesn't matter if it's a price point, doesn't matter if it's a high end. This is one thing that we wanted to make sure that we didn't compromise in any way when it came to the overall comfort and fit and performance of our shoes. So the RX insole is made up of a dual density blown EVA component, which is actually, as you can see between the color block, is laminated. It also has a nice contoured shape to it, so it actually sculpts more to the overall foot. Obviously it's thicker in the heel area and thins out a little bit more to the toe, but also gives a little bit more of that arch support that you need. So the RX insole done in a dual density blown EVA just adds a different additional layer and comfort to the overall shoe, as well as improving the fit, because now you're actually kind of positioned properly within the shoe, and it creates almost a cradle for your heel so that your foot is not moving left and right within the shoe. As you know, if you lose traction within your shoe, your foot goes left or right, that's actually what ends up causing ankle rolls and injuries and stuff like that. So having more of a sculpted look and a cradle helps prevent your shoe from sticking and your foot moving within it and causing ankle injuries. So this is definitely an added asset to our overall shoes to help prevent against ankle injuries and everything like that. So this is the RX insole. The final component of control is the OG Cush system. And if you guys are familiar with a lot of construction and everything out there, a lot of things are done board last, which is a non-woven pressed board that they actually glue into the overall upper, and it's actually glued rather than stitched. If you guys are familiar with the slip last, it's usually more of a woven type material that's sewn into it. The shoe is very pliable until it's lasted in the shoe. What we wanted to do was we wanted to eliminate the whole board last. Reason being is that a board last is a lot stiffer. It actually soaks up a lot of glue by therefore adding a lot of weight to the overall shoe, and it actually eliminates the midsoles that are typically in your shoes being able to get that actual impact resistant and comfort. So we've really kind of brought the midsole straight to your foot. So when you look into our shoes, you're seeing this EVA slip last board done with the polypag substrate, which actually gives it its structural integrity so it doesn't tear or anything like that, because typically EVA, you could rip it. And this just adds another layer of cushioning. So when you look at this, you're seeing basically a shoe that's done like this. So this is a lasted upper, so you see the slip last, and you can see the OG Cush system right there. So we have actually eliminated the board last, bringing the midsole straight to your foot, bringing more comfort and impact resistance straight to the overall system. So the control system is made up of the OG Cush, the RX insole, and the T3 technology. As I mentioned before, it's done in 3 stages. Every single shoe is going to have stage 1, which is the RX insole. Select models will have stage 2, which is the RX insole and the OG Cush technology, slip last construction. And then there will be select models, however, it's pretty much every single one of our vulcanized shoes will have stage 3, which is the OG Cush, the RX insole, and the T3 technology to give you the overall improved fit, comfort, and impact resistance that you need. So the control system is something that we've been really excited to be able to develop and introduce into all of our shoes for the 2012 year and beyond. So I hope you're excited as much as we are. This is definitely an evolution for us and our brand in taking things to the next level for overall performance and comfort.